Hey, Andreas. How do you get in here so quick? I literally just started this live. How's my life going? Well, it's getting better, bro. I, I've been feeling better, resting, eating a lot of meat. You know, I've been feeling better, and okay. I've been making a little bit of music. I'm in my sister high school to pick her up. Wow. Yeah, your sister is pretty close to pretty close to your age. If anyone has any questions, you can ask them below. Thanks for being here, everyone. Yeah, that's very nice of you, Andre, to do that. Yeah. If anyone has any questions, ask down below. What is my channel about? It's just the best YouTube channel. It's about spirituality, a little bit of entertainment, and also about health. My hair, it's just the way it is. I haven't been going live, but here we are. If you guys have any questions, post them down below. And if you guys could move anywhere in the world, where would you move to? Thank you for everyone for being here. We just started this live. If anyone has any spiritual questions, questions about health, post them down below. Yeah. You wouldn't move, you live in paradise. Yeah. Well, I figured most people are already living where they want to live. I seen like this really cool photo on my computer. It's just kind of like automated, but it's like real places. Maybe I can show you real quick. And one of the places was called Faho or Faro Islands. And it was a very beautiful place. Show you. It just seems like something a crazy place to live. Under the earth with rich people. Yeah, that's pretty much like all that news is coming out. You see this beautiful place? Oh, what's going on? Going fishing. I just had a fish, a haddock. From Iceland. It was like the best fish that I've ever had. You live in Hawaii? That's that's amazing. Yeah. What what did you guys think about what I just showed you? If anyone has any spiritual questions, advice they want on life, or want to talk about health, anything specifically, yeah, I can show another image real quick. I mean, it just looks like crazy to actually live here. You get cod liver oil from up there. See, I would like to eat like the whole fish. A lot of times in the store, they're just selling you the fillet, but you know the best parts of any animal are the organ. So I would want to eat like the liver, but they don't. It's really hard to get it basically. Uh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I trust like the supplements such as cod liver oil. I know a lot of people say like they're on the fence about it. Some say it's good, some say it's not good. I don't know. But you can see the tiny houses over here. And then there's just like this huge like cliff side, like right next to the ocean. This is where you would get like most of your food. I just find this like so crazy. It's not like anywhere that in the US. Yeah. Has anyone ever been to somewhere like this? Every person is different. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's just I can't it almost doesn't look real. it was it was like a screensaver that I had the other day, which I was like, "Damn, this is really nice." The real thing is preferred. Yeah. Yeah, fish. I mean, the fish that I got from Haddock, Iceland, it was fresh and wild caught. It was literally the best piece of meat that I've ever had. I just had it a couple days ago. I also had this. It's called perch. It's a wild caught fish, and this one was from Canada. I still have some. Yeah, that was pretty good too, and that was relatively cheap compared to the haddock was a little bit more money. Nice scenery, they're enjoying life. Yeah, it's like those people are just basically like living the life. Yeah. It looks like your valley in Maui. That's crazy. Do you be smoking in Hawaii? They used to have this weed there that was called Maui Wowie. Yeah, I could see places like that in Hawaii for sure, for sure. And Sir Nurka, you're from New Zealand. Yeah, the U.S. doesn't really seem to have places like that. Yeah. Hey, Euphoria. What's up, Stoic? Nice to see everybody here. Yeah. I'll be going on for like an hour. We're about like 18 minutes into this. I'll I'll probably go on like later tonight too. So if anyone has any questions about spirituality or health, anything they want to discuss, yeah, I don't know what the word for today is. Slumdog or stoic. I guess it would be to feel because what we feel it's actually better than our thoughts, and what we feel is most people avoid this, but it's calling you. So if you always feel like there's a place that you need to go to, well then you need to like look for that place and actually go to there. Yeah, the best weed is from Maui. I would imagine. I would imagine. Why? When the universe was born and the stars exploded and the elements were created. Yeah, that's like a very deep question, Sir Necra. It's just because God wanted to create something, and all these things flourished, it's not really, it's more so just a game. There's not really a why, because there was just being created and creation. It's a when you're a kid, you just draw pictures and you play all the time. You're not looking for a why. It's you're just playing. You're drawing pictures, you're going out in the mud and you're playing with the mud. You're having fun with other kids, with your family. It's just an experience. Yeah. So like the stars and the actual planets themselves, they all are alive. So like yesterday when I was tapped into awareness, the rocks in the rocks, even the air. I was in the woods walking, and the trees, they're all alive. The wind is alive. Most people don't know this and they don't feel it, but it's all alive. It's very intense, and it's communicating with you. Yeah. Like I was feeling everything was communicating with me. It was really intense. If you know, it's not something very light in a sense, but you have to come from a place of stillness. This is beyond the mind. You can't communicate through the mind. They communicate by feeling. So when you hold up a rock, an actual rock, you kind of like, oh, this is just like a dumb rock. But it's not. This rock has actual encoding. It has info in it. It does. It's actually a very intelligent, whatever you want to call it, element, species. Because it's been here way longer than you. It has a lot of knowledge. Don't think it doesn't have knowledge. But the key is, you have to be still to feel it. Because if you're thinking about it, it may help, but you have to completely like shut off your mind to feel it. Yeah. We get philosophical about our existence. Yeah. Like once you tap into pure awareness, you're not thinking, so you don't have any questions. And you're just feeling your existence. It's to the like when you hear about it, and when I speak of it, it sounds boring. It sounds kind of dull. The mind is like, oh, this is stupid, what he's saying. But when you actually experience it, it's way beyond, like, it's just an experience. You just feel it. Everything has all this energy. But you can't really, like, think about it philosophically. And when you it's just crazy. It's absolutely insane. It was never created to begin with. Yeah. Questioning why is a human thing. Yeah. It's good to question why. It's especially, like, I'm sure everybody does once in their life. But if you're stuck in the program, working maybe like a 9 to 5, or you're stuck in some pattern, eventually, like, you begin to suffer, or you begin to question reality, one or the other. So it's good to ask them questions. Yeah. But like a dog or a whale, a honeybee, an ant, they don't they don't think, but they don't question their life. Humans are the only beings that question their life. And there are aliens. There are aliens for sure. If anyone has any questions, anything they would like to discuss, I'm so thankful to be here with all you guys. I hope everybody here has prosperity and great health. The best thing is to, like, people want to know, like, why we came here. It's to feel existence. It's to merge with God, and it just feels so alive. There's not a question, and that feeling that you feel, the aliveness, which is another name for God, it's it's why we're here, to feel this. Oh, hey, Nick and Draco. Nick and Draco. We were made from the stars. Yeah. It's not really good or evil. We God is more so slightly positive. Yeah. But there is truth to we since we had free will, we separated from the God realm, and this made us eventually sin. Most of us eventually sinned because we wanted to create a world like God, but we obviously got greedy, evil, da 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 da. This world is not that bad. There's other worlds and that are way worse than ours. Yeah. Yeah, and Sir Necra, yeah, you're right about your intentions can change the world because it's not intention is about feeling. So like when I came on this live, it wasn't because I wanted to make a bunch of money. Um, I want people to like praise me. That's not why I did it. That's none of the reasons. I did it because my intention was out of love. It's always about our intention. That's why if you get with a female or if you get with a guy, if your intention is just sex or lust, then it's not going to be true love because that wasn't your true intention. Does that make sense? And I'm so glad to be here with everybody. I mean, maybe if you guys want, we can do like some type of thing where everybody can get on, like Discord, Zoom, and we can do a live thing with everybody's face, whoever wants their face in it. Because I know some people have been asking for like more of an online presence. I'm just not sure what I would do. Yeah. But that's why I said in the beginning, Sir Necra, is when we follow our heart, which for a lot of people it's hard to do. But when we follow this, it's just a feeling. It's not like some like secret. It's not pseudoscience. Your heart always wants to do something, but people don't listen to it. It's not what you think about. It's just what you feel. Super easy. The universe is threefold: mind, body, soul. Yeah. Yeah. Everything outside of us is really inside of us. Yeah. That is the illusion, is to make you bystander and focus on what's outside of you, because if you already knew God, there would be none of this. There would be no illusion. God likes he likes the play. This is basically all a play. So it's not evil, but people, can seem to be evil. And like Stoic said, yes, and without that in the physical world, there would be no experience, but there also wouldn't be this process of advancing spiritually. And the biggest thing you can do spiritually, and the reason why we're here, is to become still. Because once you become still, then you get all the answers. You feel the feeling, and there's no word for the feeling, but it's, people call it God. They call it Jesus Christ. They call it liberation. The Buddhists, they call it no self. Ultimately, it's no mind. Yeah. So I just broke it down. Hey, Tommy Thunder. Thank you, Stoic. So all religions, I I don't really like the stories. We don't need, you need to erase the a story. Any story is hampering you. So like the story of Jesus Christ, the story of the Bible, any religion, any spiritual teacher, we're not talking about stories. We're talking about like right now. There is no story. It's very alive. So the thing about all these religions and gurus, even spirituality teachers, all you're searching for is to merge with existence, which is feeling. It, it's just turning off your mind. So the whole story of Jesus Christ, the whole story of religion, is just no mind. No mind. It's the hardest thing to do, but it's also the easiest. And it's what everybody wants. Because when you think, you create a problem. It's like a math problem. You give yourself a question. This is how the mind is, and now you want an answer. So it's not good and it's not bad. But until you learn to turn off your probable mathematical mind, you're going to always want another answer. But when we're not taught here in the West specifically, they might teach us in the East, Middle East, but we're taught to like cling to our thoughts. But when we actually pay attention to our thoughts, they don't have this hold on us. It's like a stronghold. This is where evil comes from, because evil is always questioning things and fearing for their life. That's why people are evil. They're just stuck in their mind. But when we let go and when we watch the mind, aka meditate, meditate is the same thing. You watch the mind. Like if I was to get angry right now, I would be like, oh my God, I can't take this. I can't take this. Okay. You see, like I'm becoming the anger. But you see, I haven't been angry in 11 years. Probably one of the only people at such a young age that's actually experienced this. But now I know where anger comes from. So before I felt I didn't want to be angry. It was 11 years ago. I remember the last time I was actually angry. But you see, you get caught up in the anger. Your thought, something makes me angry. But then, if you watch what makes you angry, it dwindles down like a weak fire. It doesn't, you're not drawn into the anger. So, and then you choose not to bring that anger up. It doesn't even come. I don't follow a religion. I have a personal relationship with my Father in heaven. Well, sir, Necra, where is your family from? Yeah. See, I'll tell you guys a little secret, okay? The devil, he is angry. It's not this mental, it's not this picture in this representation. It doesn't matter what he looks like. What the devil really is, he's an emotion. He is a feeling. And that is it's anger. So when we get angry, we channel that emotion, that entity. So what the devil really is, because propaganda, they want to make you fear, they want to popularize this mainstream. Because if anger was just like a vibration, you couldn't put that in a cartoon. It needs some like that's why we have these persons. We have these pictures of what anger really looks like. So the devil that we know with the horns and the big red fierce guy, really he's just anger. Like he is the epitome of angry. It has nothing to do with what he looks like. That actually comes from the anger, what he looks like. Yeah. So the devil is stuck in anger, but he has other qualities. He has wittiness. He's a trickster. Um, yeah, he can be very convincing. Again, it's more so an entity, a thought form, than it is a mental, like an actual person. Yeah. So like, yeah, it's hopefully that made sense. Yeah, yeah. Satan's anger is from his own desire to be like God. Exactly, yeah. Underneath, underneath anybody's anger, I'm going to tell you guys another secret, another message in the bottle. Underneath anger, really it comes from sadness. So, really, everything comes from sadness. That's where anger comes from. Because ultimately, the devil, he doesn't know, but he wants to be like God. That's like the whole story of he was jealous of God. You know, God kicked him out. Yeah. He didn't want to worship Adam. Yeah. Guess we'll go back out here. If anyone has any last questions, anything you want to discuss, talk about, I usually do these for like an hour. Like, so you will grow qualities just because you start to become happy in your life. You you will still carry angry qualities. I don't have anger, so it's not in my aura. It hasn't been. I don't have horns growing out my head. and I don't have evil features. Someone can still say I do and misperceive it. That's fine. But I can go up and look at somebody, doesn't matter who it is, and I can tell their past because it's all right there on your face. Like, for instance, if someone has, you can just see it's yeah. Oh, you've been subbed for a while, but this is the first time I've interacted. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's really nice when there's a lot of people in here, and yeah, it's very interesting. It's very enlightening. Very still, and we have everybody in here spreading all their knowledge. Slummed, yeah, sir, Nekra. Yeah, the smallest of light can defeat darkness. That is kind of like how the story goes. Yeah. You go into like a black room, you light one little candle, and it lights up. It brings in so much light. Yeah. I've had lots of anger. Yeah. Yeah. Getting the kids ready for school. That's fantastic, Tommy Thunder. Yeah, again, Satan is it's not really a bad name like you say. It's just been exaggerated, exemplified. It's not yeah, it's not necessarily bad. It just became that way because people want to spook you. We could talk about that for a while. Slumdog Millionaire. I have lots of anger that we've been lied to. That is true, Slumdog Millionaire. And I understand that, but you don't want to feel angry. And there was times I've gotten angry too, like years and years and years ago, like 11, 12 years ago. But right now the media, their thing is to attack you emotionally. And you get caught up in it. Oh my god. Oh my god. A war. Palestine. It sucks you in. Emotions suck you in right away. One of their main triggers right now is anger. They want to make you angry. They want to make you angry. That's how evil operates. And when you become angry, now you're on their frequency. It doesn't matter where you're at, what you're doing. You merge with that frequency. And they want that from you. They want to become you. So to look at this, you want to have no effect. Someone's having war on. Who knows what they're saying is even true? Whatever they show you, have no effect. Let nothing affect you. We usually cause the anger arises from within us. It always arises. It doesn't matter what happens outside. It arises in us. We become angry. Doesn't matter what happens. If if everything in the world makes you angry, you're never going to be happy. Never. Because it comes from within. So your happiness, it really comes to a choice. You choose this to be happy, and you keep choosing these things. So, yeah. So let me, if you want me to dispel the hate, I can. We don't know this, most of us, but in our past lives, everybody comes from evil. We all come from evil. Okay. So your past lives, you could have been terrorizing kids. Okay. We all come from a place of evil. We've all done bad things, even in this life. But in other lives, we were unaware, and we were doing evil things to all of society, pillaging, being evil, hurting people. So in this life, we have the opportunity. Oh, we don't have to do that anymore. But now there's other people doing it, and we're pointing the finger. Okay? They just don't know any better. Yeah, don't let them take your energy, Tommy. Thunder said. The greatest thing is once we become stillness, once we become enlightened, we don't even think about the devil. We don't think about how much we hate the government. We just feel amazing. So you don't feel angry. It's just you just feel absolutely pure amazingness. It's the true reality. And it's just amazing. It's nothing. It's yeah. That's true. It's the dude from Sonic. Earth is one of the hardest places because it just is. Yeah. They say a lot of people from different worlds, they watch us because we have such like borderline good and borderline evil, and that's what makes it suspenseful. If you're really happy, which is basically enlightenment, it's one step below, or if you are enlightened, it doesn't evil and what people say to you, it doesn't even bother you. It doesn't even touch you. Yeah. Most of the time, if someone is hateful and you show them love, yes, that can be true. We just have to show everybody you know, sympathy. But when people get so caught up in their emotions, it's hard for them to understand. Must have been a serial killer. Yeah, you don't trust me. We have these past lives, and it's not to say they're bad or good, but trust me, it's not just, oh, we're placed in this world and there's evil people around. No, we were once doing things that were not so good ourselves. If we were perfect, which we become that, then we wouldn't even be here. All right. All right. Well, we're about at a hour and 3 minutes. God bless everyone for being here. I might go live tonight. I'll see you guys later. It was a great live. Thanks everybody for participating. This live will also be posted. So in case you missed it or